Hello there everyone, welcome back. I'm here to be talking about this new Amazon Prime original show, Invincible. Now, Invincible is this animated show that's based off the comic series of the same name, and it stars Mark Grayson, who has a superhero dad, and he lives in a world full of superheroes, and his dad's one of Earth's greatest protectors, and he finally receiving his powers is juggling school, a girlfriend, being a superhero, all the usual stuff that you like to see for a superhero type program. But this show gets really crazy really fast because there's episodes where he's dealing with said threat or this threat, and he comes to learn while training with his dad and learn more about his dad that his dad is not all who he seems to be. And this show turns out to be not only really riveting with some great voice work, great performances, great animation, but on top of that, it has some of the most bloodiest, craziest action scenes and fights that I've seen in anything in quite a while. This show is insane. And what makes it so great is, first off, the rewatchability, because having watched it, and having everyone's still hyping it up and talking about it, which I think is really cool. And it's only 8 episodes, but they're around 40 minutes each, so they are a pretty long length per episode. And having there's going to be a lot more seasons, having they confirmed season 2 and 3, it feels like a show that you could really get invested into. And it just feels like it feels so relatable, because it's this kid that is going through the stuff that a lot of people would go through, how juggling a bunch of responsibilities, dealing with stuff at school, probably not the superhero stuff, not a lot of us can really relate to that, but just on top of that, this probably made one of the most scariest villains ever in Omni-Man, because first of all, not only does he look fantastic, but of course he's voiced by J.K. Simmons. So just from looking at that, that's fantastic casting. But it's kind of like a mystery on what's all the details behind his character, because he tells you stuff like where he's from and what he says, how his people were kind and caring and wanting to take care of everyone and all that, and then you learn a bunch of details later on and you're thinking this show just made a 180. But it drops bombs of crazy stuff, like a lot of the fight sequences where you're watching and you're thinking it's not gonna get that brutal, they're gonna cut away, and then they don't cut away. You'll have blood splash on someone's face, brains blown up, eyes popping out of the socket. And this was all just the first episode. And I'm just thinking, whoa, what's going on? No one's safe in this show. You think, oh, some of these characters, there's no way they'll die. There's this knockoff Justice League. And let's just say that fight between Omni-Man was one of my favorites in the whole show, because just from how unexpected it was, how dark and just crazy the battle was. And it was just the show has so many action scenes like this, and I'm just where did this come from? Because I've never heard of this. I've never heard the comic. I've been hearing everyone hype up the show on Twitter, so I'm I need to watch this. But it's just crazy how something this fresh, this unique of a show, which I know people it's not unique, it's a superhero, da, da, da. No, but it's just the type of stuff they're tackling here. It's really interesting. The person that the dad, of this kid that he's idolized his dad for so long and wanted to be like his dad and all, and then he learns the truth later on about him. And plus there's other superheroes that he can bounce off of. There's a whole bunch of different backstories and personalities and how they all are as their characters. And there's an agency that kind of supervises it, kind of similar to S.H.I.E.L.D. And there's just a bunch of stuff. They take inspiration from other types of stuff we've been seeing, but they do it in their own way that makes it feel unique. And again, I gotta say, Stephen Yen, who's Glenn from The Walking Dead, he's the main character, And what a role this dude's been on. Having been in Minari, that Oscar nominated film and all, this, like, it has a great cast. Mahershala Ali's in a few episodes. You have, like, so many of these actors that are well respected and well known. I think it's really impressive how they got all these big actors and actresses in this show. Like, and I've never really heard about it. Maybe I'm just not in the loop as much, but wow, this show blew me away. I was really impressed. I thought it was really entertaining, really thrilling. It had me on the edge of my seat. I wanted to keep binging it. Such great watchability. And good for Amazon Prime. They got another great show out there along with The Boys. I'm in full support of Amazon Prime because this is like two great superhero shows that they have now. So I really am happy that more of these companies are investing into the superhero genre and going into darker and interesting places instead of the typical Marvel type formula, which I love, but I do love seeing different perspectives on the darker aspects of superheroes and stuff. So again, that was great. Of course, the main thing that everyone was talking about this show was the classic "Think, Mark, think," which was amazing. There's been so many memes off of this, whether it's from the Godzilla vs. Kong, they made that, Naruto, Star Wars, Dragon Ball. They have so many different memes of the person, like the villain in particular, doing the think thing, and the person they beat is just laying unconscious like that. There's so many of that it's comedy gold, and it's fantastic. This show has spawned so many great memes. We love it. But with all that said, those are my thoughts on Invincible. So what do you think of Invincible if you've gotten a chance to watch it? Please let me know down below in the comment section, and definitely give it a watch if you haven't, because wow, this show is fantastic. But yes, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye!